Welcome to Hosted by AI, the podcast where intelligence meets insight. I'm your host, and today I want to take you on a journey into a world where luxury isn't what it seems, where $34,000 handbags are born in factories far away from the gilded streets of Paris or Milan. Welcome to the tangled intersection of luxury, geopolitics, and TikTok. Yeah, it's that wild. So, picture this. You're scrolling through TikTok, and suddenly you see a video of someone standing in front of shelves lined with Birkin bags. Not knockoffs, not cheap dupes. These are supposedly the real deal, straight from the same factories that make them for the big brands. Only, instead of costing tens of thousands of dollars, they're offering them for $1,400. Same leather, same stitching, same craftsmanship. Just no logo and no middleman. These videos aren't coming from random creators either. They're from Chinese suppliers, some claiming to be the original manufacturers behind brands like Louis Vuitton, Lululemon, Birkenstock, you name it. They're not just flexing handbags either. One woman shows yoga pants she says are made in the exact same place as Lululemon's. The price? $5 to $6. That's compared to the $100 you drop in store. Now, of course, the brands themselves are not happy about this. Lululemon, for example, came out and said they don't work with the factories mentioned in these TikToks. They even released their supplier list. Those places in Yiwu weren't on it. Louis Vuitton, too, insists that none of their products are made in China. And experts? They're saying, yeah, probably not real. Most luxury manufacturers are locked into strict non-disclosure agreements. No legit supplier is going public with their client list, especially not on social media. But still, whether the products are legit, high-quality dupes, or just straight-up counterfeits, it's all highlighting something much deeper: the incredible dominance of China in global manufacturing and just how much that feeds the luxury machine. We've always had this illusion that made in Italy or made in France means authenticity, but the truth? It's murky. Many luxury products, especially components like hardware or packaging, are pre-assembled in China, then finalized in Europe. A $30,000 handbag might have been halfway built in a Chinese factory before it ever got a sniff of Parisian air. But you'll never know that because luxury supply chains are famously opaque. That's kind of the point. You're buying the mystique as much as the product. So now mix that manufacturing reality with a little geopolitical spice. The US and China are knee-deep in a trade war. Trump's administration slapped Chinese goods with tariffs as high as 145%. In response, China's not just hitting back with their own tariffs, they're shifting the whole game. If the US wants to make it expensive to import goods, then Chinese manufacturers are saying, fine, we'll go around you. We'll go straight to your people. And they are, right into American TikTok feeds. These clips have gone viral. One influencer casually offers $50 Louis Vuitton-esque bags. Another breaks down production costs, saying the only thing you're really paying for is the logo. One guy literally says, more than 90% of the price is for the logo. If you don't care about the logo, just buy from us. And millions are watching. Millions are buying. Apps like DHgate and Taobao, which sell many of these goods, have jumped to the top of the US App Store rankings. And sure, some of this is sketchy. There are no warranties, no return policies, and the quality control is anyone's guess. But the demand, it's real. This whole situation also forces a moment of reckoning. Where do our products really come from? What exactly are we paying for when we shell out for a luxury brand? Is it the craftsmanship? The material? Or is it just a feeling? Because at the end of the day, the same bag, made with the same hands, from the same leather, could cost $1,400 or $34,000, depending entirely on whether or not it has a little gold logo on it. This trend, born out of political conflict, is starting to reshape the global luxury landscape. The traditional luxury sector is already in a tough spot. Growth is slowing. Inflation and high interest rates are pushing consumers to think twice before spending big. Even the big players, like LVMH, Prada, Kering, they're seeing their stock values slide. Tariffs aren't helping, the back and forth is making prices go up, confidence go down, and meanwhile, shoppers are watching TikToks that tell them, hey, there's another way. But it's not all rosy. Experts warn of a looming counterfeit crisis, with the US seizing billions of dollars in fake goods every year. And while some of these factories might be producing similar quality, others are just pumping out fakes. Then there's the environmental cost. The rise of apps like Shein and Temu already showed us the downsides of hyper-cheap, fast global shipping. Every $5 dupe you buy gets shipped across the world, wrapped in layers of plastic, on a cargo plane. That carbon footprint, huge, and most of it ends up in landfills. So, yeah, it's messy, but it's also fascinating. Luxury, once defined by exclusivity and mystery, is now fighting for its identity on a social media app where teens and 20-somethings trade secrets on how to get the look for less. The lines between real and fake are blurring, the value of a logo is being questioned. And China? They're not just manufacturing the goods anymore, they're rewriting the rules of the game. Thanks for hanging with me on this one. If you liked this episode, give it a share. Maybe tell a friend who still thinks their Chanel bag didn't pass through a Shenzhen warehouse. Until next time, stay curious, and maybe think twice before spending $2,500 on something you could have bought for $50 without the logo.
Audio Jungle.